Hi, I'm Arash, and this is our lesson 19. We're going to talk about part design and the other features remaining, which I am not talking about this since before. For a start, I want to talk about this feature called Combine. This is a really fun feature to use if you have two shape. One of them, like here, I can make a hexagon here, and another one I want to make a, you know, lagnated hole here, and maybe I want these two to be aligned together. This one should be coincide to this, and this should be over here, tangent to this, and this one too. There's no need to be uh, in one direction and in one length. It doesn't have to be like that, but in this way it will be more um, much more better in this way. So if I select combine and I combine these two, I will have a shape which if I look at from top view, I can see an elongated hole, and if I look at this in another view, I can see my hexagon. So it is going to make a common 3D from these two projection, and that is really good and useful feature. The next feature I want to talk about is stiffener. A stiffener is something which uh, mm, is really used in plastic parts, and it is going to make the parts more stiff and harder, and in this way they won't break easily. For example, let us see this part. Yeah, I want to make this wall more hard and more reliable, and I want to make a stiffener here. I select the stiffener, and it needs a sketch here, so I can make a sketch. Let's make a point here, make a plane normal to this curve on this point, and on this plane I want to make a sketch. But the sketch is really straight and simple. You only need a line which each end coincides with each wall. That's it. That is the sketch we want for this. And if we click on stiffener, we have this window over here, and it says that from side or from top mode. That is not really matter. I think from side is much better. I applied a 1 mm thickness, and I take the neutral fiber, so it's 1 mm from each side. It's half 1 mm from each side, and 1 mm in total. If I make it more, maybe I make it 5, it's going to sit inside of this. If I want this stiffener in maybe in this area, I can make a rectangular pattern of that. I can choose this feature of stiffener, not it's got the current solid. I can get the stiffener feature and I choose the y-axis, so I can have it right here. I do not really care now about the dimensions, and if I want this to be on the other side, I can enable the mirror feature, which is here, located in here, and I click this and select control and select this one too and activate the mirror and select this one. It only get one, and for this one I think it's not working for that one, but maybe it's no, maybe we can make a pattern from this mirror. Make a pattern and use this mirror. I'm not going to use that, but yeah, that's it. We can choose these two features to mirror it or make it in this way, but for this one we have to make another one because it won't get this as a feature. So let's talk about something else. We have here what we have here is a hole feature. Let's delete this one. This is a 32 feature, 32 diameter hole, and we want to make it with our hole feature. So there is an edge here. We want to isolate that too. And if we update that, you see we have it here because it's isolated. We can make it construction so we don't have it now. Now we use hole feature and select this face, so it will tell us what kind of hole we want. Blind hole up to next hole. We select up to last hole, and this is the overview of that. This is the overview of the hole, and this is positioned in the sketch. If I click that, I can change my center of the hole and make it concentricity with this arc here. And if I get out of sketch, I can see that it is positioned here. I can change the diameter here by 32, and there is no need to offset here. The direction is okay. I can change this direction like what we did in pad and pocket. We can change the type, like make it tapered or make it counterboard or make it counterswing, and these all dimensions can be changed. But we choose it simple, and we can also make a thread for this. If we tick the threaded, and we specify the uh, dimensions for its thread and a specification for that. So we click OK. We have this whole feature. Another feature I want to describe is this edge fillet. With edge fillet, I can easily fillet these edges with whatever radius I want. I want this two edge to be filleted 2 mm. If I have a straight line, it will fillet until it get to a breaking point. But if I have a tangent line like this one, if I select fillet, it's going to continue it until it get breaks in next area. I have a chamfer feature which is really similar to it, but in a chamfer like thing. Like I want a 1 mm and 45 mm chamfer, which is like this. This is chamfer and this is fillet. Also, if I double click on that chamfer, I can change its value maybe to 2 mm chamfer, or I can change even a whole type of it and make it length to length, maybe 2 mm in one side and 1 mm on the other side, like this, 2 mm in this side and 1 mm in this side. What's the other thing about fillet is right here, variable radius fillet. If I want a variable radius fillet, I can have a fillet here which I can change it. Not if I do not want it to be completely 2 mm radius fillet, I can change it from 2, it goes here to 5. I can have the fillet right here. I can even change it really drastically by adding a point in the middle of that, like adding a point here, and select this point to be something completely different, like 7. So it will be from 2 to 7, and then from 7 to 5. I can change how it goes from each of them, from cubic variation to linear. So you can see the counters is going to be different. From 2 to 7, you see the line here. It's going to be different from cubic, which goes smoother, to linear, which goes more striped way. And this is depend on the equation which you want it to be, linear equation or cubic equation for that. And you can change it to be tangent or minimal. That's not our feature right now. We're not going to talk about it right now. So that was variable. This one is chordal fillet. This is something different with the fillet. Because why? It is because that this 2 mm here is the distance between this and this in here. But this 2 mm fillet is the radius of this fillet. So that is the main difference in a chordal fillet and simple fillet. There is another thing, it says face-to-face fillet. It is not our piece of cake now because we don't have a sample for it. Maybe I read already one, but this is not what location we can use that face-to-face fillet. So we can choose this tangent fillet. If I want to completely round this edge, I can select that I want to this face to be removed, and I want these two faces to be filleted, and it is going to make all this filleted. And we can choose it for an outside part too, like this one. We can choose that, and it's going to completely make it round. Face to remove will be this, and face to fillet will be this too. And if I select OK, it's going to be rounded head. More features we're going to talk about now. I think let's make it another lesson for other features because they are completely different style. So I think that yes, that is a conclude to our tutorial for now. I hope you enjoyed, but please do like and comment and subscribe us. Thank you.